a 1, a 2, and you know what to do.
Join me in welcoming Superintendent Dr. Maria Carstarphen, at-large Seat 7 and Board Chair, Mr. Courtney English, Educational District 4 and Board Vice Chair, Ms. Nancy Meister, Educational District 1 Board Member, Ms. Leslie Grant, Educational District 2 Board Member, Mr. Byron Amos, Educational District 3 Board Member, Mr. Matt Westmoreland, Educational District 5 Board Member, Mr. Stephen Lee, Educational District 6 Board Member, Ms. Ishay Collins, At-Large Seat 8 Board Member, Ms. Cynthia Briscoe Brown, At-Large Seat 9 Board Member, Mr. Jason Estevez, Deputy Superintendent, Mr. David Jernigan, Chief Accountability and Information Officer, Mr. Bill Parich, Chief Human Resources Officer, Ms. Pamela Hall, Chief Operations Officer, Mr. Larry Hoskins, Deputy Chief Schools and Academic Officer, Dr. Olivine Roberts, Associate Superintendent, Dr. Dan Sims, Associate Superintendent, Dr. Gregory Middleton, Associate Superintendent, Dr. Danielle Battle, Associate Superintendent, Ms. Yolanda Brown, Associate Superintendent, Dr. Emily Massey, Associate Superintendent, Mr. Tommy Usher, Assistant Superintendent of Student Services, Ms. Tammy Workman, and Executive Director for Office of Innovation, Ms. Gail Burnett.
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Cadet First Lieutenant Leslie Del Valle from the Frederick Douglass High School Astro Battalion. Please stand for the presentation of our nation's color and the singing of the national anthem by Ms. Heaven Jones, a graduating senior. Please remain standing until the colors have left the stage. Presenting the colors this evening is the Astro Female Color Guard Team, commanded by Cadet Major Fearlyn Boyd. Members of the Color Guard include Cadet Captain Yazari Bartolone, Staff Sergeant Essex Edwards, and Darnell Pitts.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed as the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's ray glare, thy bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Good afternoon, board members, Superintendent Carstarphen, members of her cabinet, distinguished guests, faculty and staff of Frederick Douglass High School, parents, relatives, students, and friends. My name is Tashana McMillan, and I'm excited to welcome you to the commencement exercises for the Frederick Douglass High School class of 2017. Our theme for this year's graduation is achievement and encouragement. We, like Jack Kinder, believe that high achievement always takes place in a framework of high expectation. And we, the Frederick Douglass class of 2017, are the essence of achievement. Frederick Douglass once said, "People might not get all they work for in this world, but they must certainly work to get it." This world needs scholars like us who are passionate and dedicated to fulfilling our destiny to greatness. As we finish this chapter of our lives, we are one step closer to obtaining goals we thought were unachievable. But look at us now. Our future shines bright like a diamond, and how bright that diamond shines depends on the sound decisions we make today and tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you for your warm reception of this highly diverse and talented class of 2017. They indeed epitomize the essence and personification of scholarship and perseverance. At this time, please permit me to introduce some of the people who have worked very hard in a collaborative effort to help make this day a reality for the 124-member class of 2017. Members of the Frederick Douglass High School team will be recognized at this time. Please stand as your name is called. Assistant Principals, Ms. Felicia Lester, Ms. Libra Royster McGriff, and Mr. Gary Cantrell. Thank you. Our counselors, Dr. Cheryl Neely, Ms. Agnes Joan Lee, and Ms. Tahisha Spann. Thank you. All faculty and staff of Frederick Douglass High School, please stand at this time. Thank you. Another group of professionals who have positively impacted the educational development of our candidates for graduation are the feeder school principals. Feeder school principals, please stand at this time. Thank you. This evening, we celebrate the 48th commencement exercise for Frederick Douglass High School. We are proud of the accomplishments of the alumni of this great school, and we are indeed proud of the numerous alumni that have returned to their alma mater as part of the faculty and staff of Frederick Douglass High School. All alumni of Frederick Douglass High School, please stand at this time. Thank you.
We are pleased to have with us today our Superintendent, Dr. Maria Carstarphen. Dr. Carstarphen came to Atlanta in July 2014 with nearly 20 years of education and experience in diverse major metropolitan public school districts, including Austin, Texas, St. Paul, Minnesota, and the District of Columbia. She brought with her a focus on an educational culture with great principals and teachers who emphasize the whole child and every child. Since becoming our superintendent, Dr. Carstarphen has been passionate about leading Atlanta Public Schools and living this mission every day. With a caring culture of trust and collaboration, every student will graduate ready for college and career. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Carstarphen, our award-winning superintendent.
5, 6, 7, let me hear you say. Let me hear you say. Yes, they are. Family, friends, neighbors, lovers, and supporters of these beautiful children, our graduates, welcome to the celebration of the 2017 Frederick Douglass High School class. For this class of Astros, the accomplishments in academics, athletics, arts, and citizenship are quite numerous. I want you to join me in celebrating the big. Say it again, the big. This class has emerging writers, both valedictorian, Kayla Trawick, who was a 20 under 20 runner-up for publishing her book, Aren't I Fortitude, a book about strength and courage, and Tashana McMillan, who earned the Princeton Book Scholarship and placed first place honors in the No Place for Hate writing competition. The big, the bold, the black and the gold. Multi-instrumentalist Peter Smith, who plays the tuba in your marching band, the cello in the orchestra, and tons of other brass instruments, also received the Coca-Cola Fine Arts Award for outstanding leadership and high achievement in music. The big, the bold, the black and the gold. And we can't forget the rest of the seniors in the marching band. Please stand. The big. Meet Kelsey Bembry. She stands out with more than 200 community service hours in her class, and she has contributed many more over her career. If you are a senior who did your community service hours, please stand. The big Douglass, in admirable service to our country, sponsors one of the largest JROTC battalions in the district. Stand. The big Matthew Yarborough, your salutatorian, took first place in Georgia Tech's engineering competition, becoming the first Douglass student ever to take such honors. The big. And cheerleading everyone along the way this season are two senior cheerleaders, Kiara Freeman and Diamond Hagens. The big. Kudos again to Matthew, please stand, as well as Kaya Trewick, Ezekiel Njoku, and Ryan McCullum, all earning Coca-Cola Scholar Athlete and Athletic Awards for highest achievement and athletic achievement. The big. Douglass has regional champions in the house in cross country, and boys track and field. The big. Meet Jonathan Ford, who earned the Gold Helmet Award, which goes to students with impeccable character and good grades. The big. I'd also like to acknowledge the entire Astro football team, which reached the second round at state. Number 3, Jonathan. Number 6, Ezekiel. Number 7, Deshaun. Number 8, Elrico. Number 10, Curtis. Number 13, Matthew. Number 15, Chris. Number 23, Zeke. Number 42, Americo. Number 47, William. Number 52, Christopher. Number 54, Timothy. Number 70, Noah. Number 53, Hugo. A personal thank you to Hugo Del Valle Ginchi for showing me what it means to be a Douglass Astro. He had a choice of high schools. That's my boy. He had a choice of high schools, but he joined his friends and led an effort to restart a student-driven Douglass football legacy, one that you deserve and have had in the past. He was only in the 8th grade when he came up with this idea, and you can see where they are today. He's a bit of a giant, but is just such a sweetheart inside. I love him for who he is, and especially for treating me like a real guard protecting the quarterback at practice. The big. And I must say more about the team. Football players, please stand one more time, because your family and friends need to know this. They not only taught me how to try to kick a field goal, but they laid the groundwork for something that is fundamentally going to change athletics for all of our teams across the district. They showed me the awful weight room and took me into conditioning training at Douglass High School. That school deserves so much better. And the kids walked me through everything I needed to know to be sure that I understood their need. Because of their efforts, every high school in Atlanta Public Schools is going to get a reconditioned conditioning room for all of our athletes. It would not have been possible, stay standing, without our school board that just baked it into the 2018 budget for Atlanta Public Schools. Chair Courtney English, Vice Chair Nancy Meister, Byron Amos, your district board member, Leslie Grant, Matt Westmoreland, Stephen Lee, Ishay Collins, Cynthia Briscoe Brown, and Jason Estevez, along with your principal, please stand, Mr. Duncan, the Douglass staff, please stand, your football coaches, please stand, all of my senior leadership team, please stand. I want everyone in this community to know that these children, these young people, made the grown folks do right. It is a student-led leadership that was unlike anything I saw this year. I love this team. I love our Douglass Astros. That's why they're the big. All right. Now, I'm all warmed up now. There's another group of people who are super proud of you. They have nurtured you. They have loved you. They have hung in there with you every step of the way. Those are your parents, your grandparents, your caregivers, anybody who took care of one of these babies. Please stand. You stand. You are the biggest, the boldest, the black and the goldest. Now, just like you, I spent April in Paris, which was your prom song, and its theme was a passport through one of Europe's most beautiful cities. And while we weren't physically together, I felt especially connected to this class, not only because you accomplished so much, but because they accomplish it with struggle, but they put in commitment and they put in drive, and they are changing the face of Douglass High School. I went to Paris for a personal milestone. I wanted to run the marathon there, and it certainly was not without struggle, commitment, and drive, and it certainly wasn't pretty. But people say, life's a marathon, not a sprint. But you know I love you. You know it. And I'm gonna tell you, because I love you, that's not true. It's not true. Whoever wrote that phrase never, ever, ever ran a marathon, and certainly not in Paris. So it's terrible for your body. It tests human endurance to the breaking point, and the recovery period is just so painful. But my challenge to you, because I didn't learn it for myself until I ran that marathon. Had I been paying more attention to you, you could have taught me before I even left. And that if you want to achieve something, right, you can break it down in parts, you can set those goals, and you can lead the effort yourself, because you can get into a mindset that allows you to manage things over time. So you taught me how to think about life struggles so that the big experience doesn't break you or kill you in the process. With the sprint mentality, you've taught me and yourselves to be faster, more powerful, to increase your stamina even more. You're in that moment right now. You pushed so hard to be here today. You have more sprints ahead. There's college, there's a career, there's a family and a life with milestones of their own. So keep your spirit turned up for the sprint. And while it is still rigorous, I think you've taught me that it's a more balanced way to kind of run your life. As I close, I remember the words of your school's namesake, Frederick Douglass, one of the most influential leaders of the 19th century, to inspire you. If there is no struggle, If there is no struggle, there is no. His words can help you reach the finish line when you need it the most. You've already started. You are more than 130 strong, soon to be new alumni of Douglass High Schools. So, on behalf of Atlanta Public Schools, with enormous pride, I say to you, the Douglass class of 2017, congratulations, good luck, I love you, and I will miss you.
A wise man once said, "We all have dreams." But in order to make dreams a reality, it takes determination, dedication, self-discipline, and effort. The following students have all shown that with hard work, you can achieve great things. They have demonstrated time and time again that success is determined by effort and dedication. This description epitomizes Frederick Douglass High School's Valedictorian and Salutatorian. The Salutatorian is the second highest academic honor. The chosen student has the second highest ranking based on grade point average in the graduating class. Matthew Yarborough has excelled in academic endeavors while participating in football, student government, and JROTC. Matthew plans to attend the University of Georgia in the fall and has received over $500,000 in scholarships. Please welcome our 2017 salutatorian, Matthew Yarborough.
Thanks. Good evening.
Good evening.
Friends, families, guests, teachers, and coaches. This day has been full of goosebumps, butterflies, sweat, and tears. It's been a long ride. Before these last few weeks, we weren't as united as we are now. We've cherished these last days together because we know truly if nobody had our back, we had our back. Each of us will not be going to a Tier 1 college to pursue this legendary career in STEM, but each of us will have an opportunity to become great. But this is the problem. There are these invisible standards of great that have been embedded in us. But sometimes, our teachers and counselors truly want what's best for us, but only we know what's best for us. We can't be afraid to try. We have to find our own great, our own standard of success. But sometimes these things take time, so don't be discouraged if you haven't found your calling yet. For starters, we've made it here to graduation. The rational part of us is what we often listen to, but we have to listen to our hearts. Let's not settle for anything. Let's love what we do and be job-free. The young man who is speaking to you today is the student, the learner, Matthew Yarborough. But the Matthew Yarborough that has matured and grown through the halls of Douglass High School, if you want to hear that Matthew Yarborough, that will have to wait another day. Because this isn't about me. This is about all of us on this stage. To all my colleagues, my comrades, it's time. Let's do it.
Thank you, Matthew. The valedictorian is the highest academic honor one can attain. The chosen student has the highest ranking based on grade point average in the graduating class. Along with academic excellence, Kayla Treywick has taken advantage of the multiple opportunities that have been readily available to her by participating in student government, National Honor Society, the volleyball team, the CTAE Foreign Exchange Program to Toulouse, France, and the school's yearbook staff. In the future, Kayla hopes to become a psychologist. Kayla plans to attend the University of Georgia in the fall and has also received over $500,000 in scholarship. Please welcome our 2017 valedictorian, Kayla Treywick.
Good evening, family, friends, graduates, alumni, faculty, staff, and distinguished guests. On behalf of the graduating class of 2017, I would like to welcome you to the 48th commencement ceremony of Frederick Douglass High School. My name is Kayla Francesca Trewick, and I stand before you as the valedictorian of the class of 2017. On behalf of this graduating class, I would like to thank our family, friends, teachers, mentors, coaches, counselors, and all the many individuals who helped get us to where we are now. We are truly thankful for the support you have shown us. From our preschool teachers, to the custodians, to our substitute teachers and cafeteria workers, we truly appreciate you. On a personal note, I would like to give acknowledgement to the people that helped me get this far. First and foremost, God, because if it wasn't for Him guiding me on this journey or His favor on my life, I wouldn't have made it this far. To my grandmother, Georgie Brown, thank you for instilling the value of education in me at a young age and for being my rock. To my parents, Keith and Cheryl Trewick, thank you for loving and supporting me, even when I know I was more than a handful to deal with at times. Thank you for allowing me to follow my dreams. To my older sisters, Victoria and Julianne, thank you for being not only my sisters, but my very first friends, my role models, and my motivators. To my other family members, thanks for supporting and loving me. And to my family that is no longer physically here, I pray you continue to watch over me. To my mentors, teachers, coaches, counselor, principal, and band directors, thank you for going beyond the call of duty and not just teaching, but actually guiding me throughout this school journey. And to my friends and teammates, thanks for the laughter, the memories, the listening ears, and for your support. I'm honored to have you all in my life because if it weren't for each and every one of you, I wouldn't be a quarter of the person I am standing before you now. I'm forever grateful and I love you all. When I began thinking about what I might possibly say to my classmates, my mind went blank. I didn't want to deliver a speech that after tonight would be dismissed or forgotten. So what could I say to you that I would want someone to say to me? I finally decided on speaking about two things that I've battled with these past 4 years: recognizing my own strength and maintaining it through difficult times, and realizing that failing is sometimes inevitable. However, dwelling in the darkness that your fear may bring can be detrimental. I'm proud to say that in June 2016, I won that battle. This past June, I had the privilege of going to France for 3 weeks. There, I had an internship at the engineering university. It was 45 minutes away from my host family's home. I had to take 2 bus rides and walk several blocks just to get there. My host mother showed me how to get there one time and one time only, and the next day, I was on my own. See, getting to work the next day, it was easy, but coming home, that's when things went wrong. I got out too early on the second bus, and I figured maybe if I walked, I would see something that could jog my memory, and I would be able to remember the directions my host mother showed me the day before. But that didn't exactly work out. I got extremely lost. I couldn't call my parents. They were still in the United States, so they couldn't help me. My maps wasn't working. I speak minimum French. My translator wasn't working. I lost my host family's number. The cards were just stacked against me. I got off of the internship at 12 that day, and I remember at 6:30 that night, I sat on the side of a building and I cried. I just cried because I didn't know what else to do. I felt defeated, alone, frustrated, confused. I couldn't understand why I had to make the mistake. What was wrong with me that I couldn't get home? It was about 8 o'clock that night when I finally decided to try just one more time, just once. And if it wasn't for that one last time, I would have never known that I could make it home. You see, my story can be taken as a metaphor. Home is your destiny, and getting lost can mean not doing things the right way or straying from your path. Or getting lost can be the fear of never being able to right your wrongs, or just the fear of making a mistake and not being able to come back from it. Things may be going so great, and it's easy to be strong then, but where is your strength when things are going wrong? And where is your strength when you have to go things by yourself? The moment you sit and you let it get darker around you and you accept defeat because of a few bad mistakes, that's when you have messed up. When you make a mistake, it's really a lesson in disguise, and for every lesson, there is something to be learned. You also have to remember that things won't always be easy, especially when you are following the path that you were destined for. Class of 2017, we have remained strong when people expected nothing but weakness. We defied odds that people would have never anticipated. I am truly honored and happy to see what our class has done. You have to remember the strength that we have had these past 4 years and push past the limits that people set for us. We have to accept our mistakes that we have made and will possibly make, because those mistakes are what makes us better people. We have to be ready to accept challenges that are thrown our way and never allow the darkness or our circumstances or the feeling of defeat to consume us. At this time, I would like our class salutatorian and star student, Matthew Yarbrough, to join me as we leave you with these last few words and charges. To the graduating class of 2017, we leave you with this: remain cohesive and communicate.
Let's be charitable and remember that people pour into you, so pour back into others.
Last but not least, be involved in the world around you. And remember,
To our goals,
high is the sky,
always true.
to Douglass High. I want to thank you all for these past 4 memorable years and commend you on upholding the legacy of our beloved school. I'm proud of everything that we have become, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for us. Thank you, and once again,
Congratulations, class of 2017.
To encourage ourselves. Sometimes we have to speak victory during the test, and no matter how hard it gets, our friends will be there in the end. Speak over encourage ourselves in this world. Ooh. Have to encourage ourselves. Sometimes we have to speak victory during the
Sometimes we have to be all by ourselves. The pressure of fame will make us wanna quit, but we can't back down. No, no, not at all. Sooner or later, we will overcome. Speak over ourselves, encourage ourselves. will carry on. Class of 2017 will move on to greater things.
And no matter how far we go, Douglass will always be our home. Speak over ourselves, encourage ourselves in this world.
Overachievers, history makers, record breakers, and the very essence of excellence. The class of 2017 has helped Frederick Douglass High School once again regain its preeminence here in Atlanta Public Schools. Though this journey that we've all traveled together has been far from easy, faced with much opposition from the world, still we persevere. Defying the demeaning stereotypes and decimating the statistics, we stand before you today as proof through hard work what was once said impossible can be made possible. And like the North Star that our ancestors gazed upon, the light of a Douglass Astro will always shine bright, leaving those who look upon forever mesmerized. And so I say to you, my fellow graduates, congratulations and welcome to the rest of your lives.
Ladies and gentlemen, the list of financial awards noted in your program will change as additional scholarships and awards are received by the members of tonight's graduating class. To date, the total amount of senior awards and scholarships garnered by the members of the class of 2017 is more than $8 million, but we expect this number to increase. Since 2001, the Visions of the Future program, which was held this past Sunday, has served as the awards program whereby seniors are acknowledged for their academic achievements. Through many awards and accolades were given at that night, tonight, the highlight of such award ceremony resonates resoundingly and merits recognition during today's ceremony in order to encourage academic excellence, achievement, and citizenship. Audience, at this time, we will recognize and salute our senior class accomplishments. Will members of the National Honor Society please stand? Thank you. Members of the National Beta Club, please stand. Thank you. Career Technical Educational Pathway Completers, please stand. Thank you. JROTC, Fine Arts, and Foreign Language Completers, please stand at this time. Thank you. Coca-Cola Achievement Award recipients and our scholar senior athletes, please stand. Thank you. Scholarship recipients, please stand. Thank you. Achieve Atlanta scholars, please stand. Thank you. Scholars scoring 1,500 or more on the SAT or 21 or more on the ACT, please stand. Thank you. Students who are in the top 10% of the class, please stand at this time. Thank you. Top 10 scholars in the class of 2017, please stand. Thank you. Senior class officers and Student Government Association officers, please stand. Thank you. Scholars who have taken one or more advanced placement courses, please stand. Thank you. Scholars who will be attending a post-secondary school in the fall of 2017, please stand. Thank you. Scholars who are registered voters, please stand. Thank you. Scholars who will be joining a branch of the armed forces, please stand. Thank you. Students wearing a black and gold stole are designated as our undergraduates. All undergraduates, Zell Miller and Hope Scholarship recipients, please stand at this time. Thank you. Audience, please join me in saluting the scholastic achievements of our scholars by extending a round of applause at this time. The recipients of the upcoming awards are requested to come down as your names are called. Audience, I will once again request that you please hold your applause so that the recipients' names can be heard. I would like to ask Dr. Maria Carstarphen, Superintendent and Board Member Byron Amos to come forward to assist with the presentation of awards. This first award is important because students are more likely to succeed in academics when they attend school consistently. Recognition for best attendance is awarded to a member of the senior class who has the best overall attendance over the last 4 years. This year's recipient is Maurice McCoy. Please come forward. The Principal's Leadership Award recognizes a senior who ranks in the top 5th of his or her class and has demonstrated leadership at the school and in the community. This year's recipient is Tashana McMillan. The 2017 Salutatorian Cup is awarded to Matthew Yarbrough. The 2017 Valedictorian Cup is awarded to Kayla Treywick. The STAR Student Program is designed to recognize high school seniors who have the highest SAT score in their graduating class and meet program requirements as follows. Scores the highest on the SAT among qualified seniors in the school, or be in the top 10%, or be in amongst the top 10 students numerically. At Frederick Douglass High School, we have one scholar to meet these rigorous requirements. Please join me in congratulating our 2017 STAR student, Matthew Yarbrough. The Georgia Scholar Program recognizes high school seniors who exhibit excellence in all phases of school life, community activities, and in the home. Georgia scholars have carried exemplary class loads during the entire 4 years of high school and performed in all courses. This year, we are proud to announce that this is the first time this award has been presented to students at Frederick Douglass High School. Please join me in congratulating our Georgia scholars, Kayla Trawick and Tashana McMillan. The Atlanta Journal Cup Award established by the Atlanta Journal is awarded to the best all-around senior. Each year, the faculty selects a senior who demonstrates leadership qualities, is active in the community, and has a winning attitude. This year's recipient is Matthew Yarbrough. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for holding your applause. And now, would you please join me in applauding all of the deserving young adults? We would like to ask Dr. Carstarphen and Mr. Amos to come back on the stage and join me for the presentation of diplomas. And would all the board members come up front for the presentation of the diplomas?
I'm gonna let you go first because you have it. What do I do?
Nakia Stewart. Lamia Richardson. Dejan Marshall. Diamond Kirkpatrick. Brianna Davis. Renicia Benton. Ashley Leonard. Monterio Doward. Tiana Wiggins. Tynequa White. Jayla Jenkins. Veronica Ford. Jakari Hayes. Tamaya Stevenson. Taikishia Cato. Nicole Simpson. Marquita Whitner. Kelvante Oliver. Jamal Ingram. DeAnthony Johnson. Ezine Bates. Devin McGinnis. Walter Black. Jaquez Hinton. Jerika Hall. Taylor Russell. Gentry Caldwell. Horatio Chapel. Cedric Hopkins. Tristan Broadnax. Jamerico Gray. Torian Daniel. Travis Todd. Jamal St. Paul. Joseph Brackens. Jonathan Ford. Brianna Ladson. Destiny Poindexter. Kendall Melton. Bethany Bellamy. Michael Slayton. David Marshall. Ryan McCullum. Alexis Burton. Erica Jeffries. Elrico McKenzie Jr. Maurice McCoy. Jarikia Walker. Cassidy Harris. Bianca Rogers. Joshana Perkins. Dexter Hamlin. Bernard Mallory. Deanna Rosser. Michaela Ellison. Destiny Smith. Hugo Del Valle Genchi.
Leno Brown. Chastity Perry. Davion McFarland. Tajay Greer. Dominique Hammonds. Tyreek Edmond. Terrell Greer. Rayvon Deal. Deja Bailey. Cena Daly. Cedrian Brown. Dorico Mumford. Chambray McFarland. Demetria Taylor. Kelsey Brumby. Sydney Davis. William Stevenson, Jr. Lawan McDonald. Jasmine Cameron. Quinicia Harden. Milani Del Valle Ginchi. Christian Cuevas. Jerry Matthews. Kiara McElroy. Ebony Lomnick. Curtis Farrell IV. Noah Brown. Amir Rogers. Khalees Phillips. Juarez Jones. Christopher Glover. Willie Smith. Deshaun Cade. Christopher Townsley. Donna Faye Furley Douglas. Lakeisha Benjamin. Darius Harris. Jeremiah Green. Timothy Lester. Ezekiel Njoku. Andrew Jackson. Peter Smith. Dontarius Lawson. Christopher Mason. Kenneth Matthews. Brittany Worsham. Kayla Brown. Janae Surge. Melanie Davis. Dontavia Scott. Kiara Freeman. Francis Turner. Tashana McMillan. Diamond Hagens. Armani Poole. Heaven Jones. Terry Samuels Gordon. Matthew Yarbrough. Kayla Tradewick.
Dr. Carstarphen, Mr. Amos, Mr. English, and members of the Atlanta Board of Education. I hereby certify that these candidates for graduation have completed all the requirements of the state of Georgia and the Atlanta Board of Education. Mr. Amos, will you please come forward and certify these candidates?
To the class of 2017, your principal has verified that you have completed all the requirements set forth for graduation by the state of Georgia and the Atlanta Board of Education. Hey, calm down for a minute, calm down. They want to hear this, they want to hear this. By the power vested in me by the Atlanta Board of Education, I hereby certify you as graduates of the class of 2017.
Will Melanie Davis, president of the class of 2017, please come forward?